Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Hi, Heather. How are you?
Hey TJ, how are you doing?
I'm well. I'm so happy that you got to come on. We were chatting in the background, and I just thought it'd be really fun to get with someone who's a cozy mystery influencer in another way. Tell us how you got started with the Facebook group, if you do other type of blogging.
So I think it was during COVID, right? We were all like searching Facebook and looking for different groups and trying to find people to talk with and hang out, right? Um, and I stumbled across it was the Cozy Mystery launch party originally, and I stumbled across the group and I joined the group, and a woman by the name of Kim ran it before me, and then I just got involved. Like, she was asking me if I would help post stuff, and I'm like, sure, whatever. Excuse me. And then she had to step away due to personal reasons and asked if I would want to take over the group. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll give it a whirl. If it doesn't work, then I just have to close the group down or find somebody who can do it. So that was November of 2021. I took over
Wow.
the group, and at that time it had maybe 1,200 people. We're up to about 40, a little over 4,500 now in the group. And then last year, I think it was May or June. I'm not exactly sure of the months. I had a member of the group named Sean Stevens reach out to me and say, hey, if you ever need help with the group, hey, Sean.
Yeah, I just figured I'd pop her up because you said that. I was like,
She's like, if you need help with the giveaways or, anything you need help with in the group, let me know. So we started talking, and I said, well, let's give it a try and we'll see how it works out. And Sean and I are like two peas in a pod. We're like we call ourselves the two crazies in the group. I'm crazy one, she's crazy two, because we keep coming up with such fun ideas to do in the group for the members, and we so enjoy everything we do with it. And so that's how I got involved with the group. Just kind of a hey.
and so we don't forget, the name of your group is the Cozy Mystery Party,
Mm-hmm. Correct.
and all you have to do to join is give her your blood type and no,
Yep.
um, go and fill. I'm sure there's some. I mean, I'm a member, but I don't remember. You just have to join, fill out the questions. They screen you. No, and then you join the party. And Heather and Sean do an amazing job at a lot of things, but you in particular do these author takeovers that are absolutely incredible, and so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that a little bit and what they are. And
So going back to the membership, there are 3 questions that people have to answer. And if
so,
you
see, you do have to give your blood type. I was not wrong.
kind of, yeah, a little bit, yeah, not your firstborn, just your blood type, but we do that for the security of the group, right? We see
Absolutely.
pages getting hacked and some guy asking, hey, you look great, would you be my friend, kind of thing, right? So with the security questions with the membership, it protects all our members from that kind of stuff within it. It's a private group. um, Very rarely turn people away. We
Yeah.
do, if we're kind of questionable, we do look at profiles and see what's going on there, before we approve it. But the author takeovers. So when I took over this group, Kim already had a few scheduled for 2022. And I'm like, well, let me see what authors will respond. So I just started looking up author emails, messaging them through Facebook, everything. And it turned into, instead of 1 or 2 a month, we have a takeover almost every day.
Yeah.
Um, we try not to do them on Sundays because Sean and I want at least one day off from takeovers and games and all that. But I just reach out to them and explain the group, explain who I am with it. I copy Sean on the emails. We give them a how-to of doing traditional takeovers, which is just them making posts within the group and the members commenting, and there's always giveaways, and it's a lot of fun because you learn a lot about the authors, right, with these. So in 2024, we're actually going to start a new type of takeover, and it's Zoom with an author.
Oh,
So the author will have a choice. They can do a traditional, schedule your posts ahead of time and be there, or we're going to have the author on Zoom with the members of our group, and they'll talk about their books like the first part of it, and then open it up to questions for our members. And we'll live feed that into the group so people who cannot get on Zoom or have trouble with Zoom can actually participate and comment on the Zoom. And Sean and I read the comments back and forth to the authors. We've done two so far as a test this year, and it went great. So we're rolling that out for next year.
That is so cool. I love that idea.
Thank you.
I want to say hi to some people that are coming in that want to say hello to you. Hi, Cajun.
Hello.
Ellen says hello. She says, hi, Heather. Hello. Hi, Donna. Donna says hello, Tiffany. Hello, Heather. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Heather. Storm says hello, everyone. Hello. Ellen says, hi, Tiffany. Hello. So I asked you a little bit about it, but I have to know about the background filled with books. Like, it's literally just walls of books.
It is.
It's amazing.
It is. So during COVID, again, going back, like hopping on Facebook, just following different authors, and the authors had giveaways and you get to know them. So I did a few of them during COVID. So I won a few books. So that started a pile on my dresser in my bedroom. And I said to my husband, I'm like, I can't do this. The pile was like, I couldn't even see in the mirror on the dresser. Let's get some bookshelves. So we got some bookshelves, which leads to me book shopping, which leads to gifts you exchange. We had a parcel package program in the Cozy Mystery Party group, where you sign up on a Google form, give your name, your address, email, a book you would want that's on your TBR list. And then Sean did a matched people, right? So I would mail you a book that you would want on your list, but you wouldn't necessarily mail to me. You might mail to somebody else. So we did that. So some of these books are from those types of programs that I participated in, but everything behind me is my to be read. And so I have two 5 shelf bookshelves. I have another smaller one across the room. And I think at last count, I was at like 512 books that I have to read. I love it.
That is absolutely incredible. I was saying to her, she had said a little bit that it was her TBR. And I said, mine's all physical now. Or not physical now. It's all digital now. So, but wow. To see it is absolutely incredible. That is so amazing. Getting into just cozies, because we all love cozies. I have to know how you first started cozies, how you found them. What was your first cozy?
So this is going back years ago, like years, I think. Yeah, probably at least 10 or 15 years. Maybe more. Might have been in like 1990s. I can't remember the year. And I might give away an age a little bit here, but where I work, the library is a block down. So on my lunch hour, I would just go wander the library, right? And I saw a book and I'm like, this is a cute little cover. I think it had a cat on it. I can't remember the exact, but it was one of those cozy type of covers. And it was by Evan Marshall. And it was Missing Marlene. That is the first cozy I read. And then from there, I found, Joanna Fluke, and the balls started rolling because I was like, wow, I really like these. And I would flip back and forth because I like reading biographies and autobiographies. And I did read true crime way back when. But that's how I found them, just wandering the library and looking at the book covers in the mystery section.
That, mine is almost the exact same story, maybe the bookstore, but I was attracted to the covers. I was like, oh, it's so cute and lovely, and it was Hannah Swenson. Yep. Is my first cozy series. So I totally get. Pat says hello, everyone.
Hi, Pat.
Hello there. My goodness, look at all the books. I know, Sonia. I know.
And they're all in order by author. And then if I have multiple books in the series, they go in order that they appear in the series. So I know which one to.
And how often do you rearrange those? Because I know she said to me My relaxation is rearranging those shelves. So I have to know, how often do you rearrange those shelves? Because that would be like the most unrelaxing thing to me, because I'd be so like,
It's a couple times a month.
wow, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I
I did
two or
not
three.
expect that. Okay.
I did some of it yesterday because I ran out of room and I have to get these books in where the author appears, and I have to read faster, I think.
Right. I know those pesky jobs always getting in the way of reading.
Me too.
So, so do you know exactly where like all the books are? Like if you wanted to find the next fill in the blank, do you know where they are in your shelves like currently at any time?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really?
They're all alphabetical. Um, here I have Vicky Fee, and it goes into Amanda Flower, right? The Amish Candy series, and then the next shelf below is Amanda Flower, the Amish matchmaking, and I have Maya Corrigan. So they're all in alphabetical, and yeah, I
Okay.
know where they're at. I also
Wow.
have a spreadsheet.
Somebody
So
asked that. Somebody, I saw just a minute. Pat said, "What group? What's the group called again on Facebook?"
it's the Cozy Mystery Party group.
And actually, my thumbnail is I just took it straight from her
Mm-hmm.
cozy mystery party. Like that is the picture on her group page.
Yep.
So if you're looking for it, the flower is her picture. I was just like, that'll be easiest as identifier. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
I meant to say, so excited to be here. Hi, Moose Studio. Well, we're happy to have you, and your
I
profile
like
looks amazing. Looks like a great picture. Do you keep a spreadsheet of what you have? I knew we were getting to it.
So that's how I started originally, keeping track of all the books I've read. And I just continued it throughout the years. I stopped it and I'm like, well, let me try Goodreads and keep track that way. I need to have the spreadsheet in front of me when I'm in a bookstore so I can see what I have, what I need to get, what I've already read. So I think it's probably about 70 or 80 pages spreadsheet, all alphabetical by author's last name. The books all go in the order of the series. And then I have an R next to them if I've read them, or an O if I own them, so I know they're here. And
Oh, nice, smart. Wow.
I'm a
Wow.
nerd.
No, I totally feel I'm just not that. Like I want to be, but I'm not that person. Like I do Goodreads to keep track, and sometimes I even miss that. Like later on I'll see a book and I'll be like, I feel like I've read that. And I'm like, I have read that, but it doesn't say I've read it on Goodreads. Like I'll even forget to add things. So I want to be that nerdy. I just don't have it in me. I want to keep book journals, but I would buy a book journal and it'd be like, I'm going to write in you. Did you watch Friends? There was a episode where about a diary. I'm going to write in you every day when she's making fun of Rachel as a New Year's resolution. She's like, and she flips the pages and it's blank. That would be my book journal. I want to. I'm just not.
And my mom makes fun of me for the spreadsheet.
That is awesome. I think it's great. Lou said, "Yay, Missing Marlene is on KU."
Oh, there you go.
And I've never heard of that.
Really? I think there's 6 or 7 books in that series. It's like Missing Marlene, Hanging Hannah, and they were good.
Nice. Do you read series in order or just whatever book you have in the series?
So, Storm, this causes arguments in my family. I have to read in order. I can't just pick up book 5 in the series and start it. I need it to be in order. My mother, she can just pick it up whenever she wants. So like today we were talking and she's like, I'm reading this book. Did you read it? I said, well, I sent it to you. And yes, it was good. I've read the first 2 in the series from the library, but this one is the 3rd book. And she's like, well, that's okay. And I'm like, Mom, you got to go to the library and get the first 2. But it causes arguments.
That's hilarious. So we have a Killing Time with Cozies Discord, and it's just a cozy mystery group on Discord. We chat. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of events on there, and we keep a lot of like the schedule on for lives and different stuff. And Storm is the admin for all of the Killing Time with Cozies group, and she is an staunch read in order gal, so she very much just liked your order. That like her answer, and we give her a hard time because even if you can talk her into, I like to read a series in order. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like I have to or I won't read something, sort of, so to speak. But she was reading something for like we were having a readathon. And she was reading book 2, and she's like, the whole time I was wondering, but what about happened in book 1 to get me here?
Exactly.
So she is very happy with your answer there. That's funny. So our family is very much like yours, our found family. I use a spreadsheet for what I have, but a Word doc for what I need. Ooh,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
that sounds smart.
Hi, Sue.
Yeah, hello, Sue. Welcome. Spreadsheets are great. I know. I really want. I see everybody's, and some people, all the details. It would be amazing. I just know that I won't keep up on it.
I used to put the release dates for the new books and everything on it. I don't do that anymore.
Wow. Yep. Yeah, I'm like you. Yeah. You just become Storm. This causes a ripple in our families. Yep. That's a
Sorry.
Exactly.
Storm just messaged me. It's all good.
You must read in order, says Sean. And Storm does it the right way. I mostly, but there are some of us in the group and that are just like your mom. She'll hop in wherever willy nilly, and and that's okay too. I mean,
I converted mom to cozies. She would read I can't even, like, Robin Cook and those types of books, right? She likes them. She loves to read. That's where I got my love of reading, was from my mom. And she's like, "What is this book that you sent me?" I said, "Well, it's called a cozy." I don't even remember the first one I sent her. And she's like, "Wow, I really like that." So now she's a hairdresser, so she'll pass the book on to one of her customers. And they'll read it and bring it back, and then she donates them to the library. So we're getting cozies more into the library in her town.
Oh, that is so cool. And so what are some of your favorite series? I know. It's like
That's
asking
a hard
for a
question.
favorite child.
It's very hard. Well, I only have one child, so that's the easy one for me. That's my favorite kid. I can answer that one. Favorites. I really liked Krista Davis, her Diva series.
Yep.
I've read all of them. I have the last one to read on my shelf. There's a lot.
I know.
Jenna DeLeon is funny. Leslie Langtree, Tanya Kappas, Maddie Day's series. I think if you name a cozy author, I'll tell you I love their series.
That's the same way. I feel like when I'm doing a video, every video I want to add it to my TBR. I feel like I say it after every single book. I read the synopsis. I'm like, "Ooh, I've got to read that. I got to add it to my TBR." And I'll have people comment. They're like, "You add everything." I'm like, "I really do," because I mean, it all sounds fantastic. I mean.
And you find new ones.
Yeah. Oh,
I was
absolutely.
in Barnes and Noble, and I'm like, "Oh, I've never heard of this author. Oh, this cover looks good. I'll get that." I don't even read the synopsis on the back. I just like the covers and kind of go with that.
Yes, the covers and the punny titles, they get me. They get me every time. What are like your favorite themes in cozies?
Coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker, so I love the coffee cozy, right?
Girl after my heart.
The library. I think I like all the settings. It could, because you get a different perspective of different careers of people while you're reading the cozies, and you just fall in love with the people in them, the quirky sidekicks, the main characters. I mean, I picture myself as a quirky sidekick, not an amateur sleuth in a cozy. I would be the one that, steps in some sort of evidence and messes it up or something. That would be me.
That's hilarious. I'm with you. I don't know that there's a whole lot I wouldn't try or wouldn't read. I like, and I only focus on talking about the things I like, because I'm here to support and celebrate and shout out the the books I love. I don't want to talk about the books I didn't like. That's you know, I feel like every book has its place for somebody, so somebody else can talk about it. I just don't even, you know, address it because like I said, I just want to talk about the great things about cozies and the ones I do love. But I think about it and I'm like, I love every theme. I'm with you. There's only very few things like you know, there's certain things like I'm not a huge love triangle fan.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like it's gonna keep me from reading necessarily. I'm not a big cold case fan in cozies. And those are really like very few things I can think of. And usually that's a plot within the book, not the theme, you know. But I really will read anything because mostly you get to I even like when they're about unique themes because you learn about things that I've never even thought about, like different jobs and all of those things. I love them, and I love the punnier titles, the better.
Yes, they are funny. I read the cozies, and I'm like, wow, maybe this is what I want to be when I grow up. I'm like, you know, right? Like,
I know some of them have the most amazing jobs. I'm like, I don't know how you guys be a chocolate whisperer, but I want to do that.
yeah.
And then the synopsis for the chocolate whisperer, I'll never forget this because it says she's traveling and I'm like, okay, I travel and love chocolate. Does that make me a chocolate whisperer? I mean, hello, give me the title. When you talk about cozies to someone who didn't know, if you were saying, hey, someone says, hey, what do you like to read? How do you describe a cozy mystery to someone?
So it's funny you should say that. Or ask that. I had a friend text me the other night going, hey, do you have any books I can borrow? I'm like, yeah.
Do you have any books I can borrow? 512.
So, and she likes reading the autobiographies or the biographies. So, but I did give her a cozy to take with her. And she's like, well, what is this? I said, well, this one's really funny. I said, it's a cozy. And I said, I don't know if you know what a cozy is, but, you know, there's no violence, no graphic sex scenes, no, you don't see the murder. It's just a nice, funny, relaxing, doesn't stress you out type of book. And I love them because it's just a happy escape from reality. And she's like, oh. I said, yeah. And then I told her about our Facebook group. And she's just like, I didn't know you did that. And I'm like, yeah, I can invite you to it if you like. So I mean, I get into everything in life. It just, you know, when my daughter was in elementary school, I was running the PTO, and then I was doing that in middle school, and then, you know, working full time in the cozy group. And it just, I like to stay busy and I like to do a lot of stuff. But I explained to her what cozies were the other night.
So is she reading one?
She's going to start with the biography of Jacqueline Onassis I had. And then, you know, she might move on to the cozy. Excellent. We'll see. I'm going to try to convert her.
Excellent. Excellent. I journal my reads and spreadsheet, what I own as well. Wow.
Hey, a lot of spreadsheets here.
I see. Updating my spreadsheets is just part of reading that book to me, both when I start and when I finish.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, Cajun reads like laps around people, so I'm not surprised that she needs to have a spreadsheet because she's like a cozy mystery, like encyclopedia. It's incredible. Esther Jane says, no spreadsheets. I write everything in the old-fashioned black and white composition books. I like it. I like your style. Mm-hmm. Country Kisses, hello. What a beautiful profile pic. Hey, I need to read an order too. Storm, you got people that you're speaking to your soul, I'm sure. I introduced cozies to both my moms. That's awesome.
That's so much fun to introduce them to somebody.
That is so awesome.
It's to the point now when I read, I mail them down to her because she's in Tennessee and I'm in Pennsylvania. I'll mail the books down and she'll be like, all right, well, I finished this one. When are you done the next one? Did you start it yet? Can you hurry it up? I really want that book. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Cajun said her dad was a huge cozy lover too. That is so cool. That is so cool. I just keep what I have on my shelves in the Notes app on iPhone. I'm thinking there might be a spreadsheet in the future. There you go, Lou.
We're converting people to spreadsheets.
Do you ever get stuck and can't decide what to read?
Absolutely. I will stand in front of these shelves just looking, and I'll turn to my daughter and my husband and go, I have nothing to read. And they're looking at me like, what? But I do get stuck. There are times I'll start a book and it just doesn't grab me within the first 3 chapters. So I'll put it aside. I'll pick up another one, and then I'll go back to that book and give it another try. There's been a few that I've done that over and over again, and they still don't really grab me. But then my mom liked them. So it worked out well. But yeah, I do get stuck sometimes. Like, what am I in the mood for?
I get stuck because I'm in the mood for everything. I want to read so much that I get stuck because I'm like, okay, well, I've had this on my TBR for a while. And especially because, and you probably know this feeling, like once you start talking with authors and they're sending you, their books, and you don't want to like keep their book on your bookshelf forever after they've sent it to you. You want to read it to get a review out there and, all that stuff. And so then it's like, oh my gosh, how many of those do I have? When did I get, you know what I mean? And it just going back to, there's not enough time. But I also, when you add every single cozy to your TBR, like some people, it gets to be, you get stuck because you just, you don't know what to read next. There's so much to choose from that you're just like, it's frozen,
And I do have some on Kindle. I'm more of, I want to physically hold the book kind of person.
Yeah.
And I know some people have seen me comment this. It's a lot nicer when a book hits you in the face when you fall asleep than like a Kindle reader or an iPad. It hurts less. But I probably have 15 books on Kindle. So
it is hard to decide. How do you decide, Country Kisses? Maybe I just need to, have somebody else. I need like a book tender.
I can tell you what you're reading next if you want.
Maybe. Hey, Regina.
Hey, Regina.
Regina says looking forward to a book club in November. So you also do a book club?
Yes. So the Cozy Mystery Party group does a lot of stuff.
You do. I saw a bunch of other events too.
We do. We do the takeovers. That's our normal, almost everyday takeover. Every other month, we try to have a book club. We started it this year in February. August was Maddie Day. You could read. We put the first in each of our series up, and we're like, you can read whatever one you want. Just start with the first one. November is Vicki Delaney, Eva Gates, and she will be joining us during book club. Maddie joined us in August. If possible, we do reach out to the author to see if they will join with a book club discussion.
That is, I love that idea of just putting up all of the different series. We didn't want to do it. We were the kind of the same way with our Killing Time with Cozies group, because we do a live each Sunday for that Discord group on my channel. And we do reading sprints and we do read-alongs. Right now we're doing like the Christmas Tree Farm read-along.
Love that series.
Because the 4th one that comes out in October, I'm the victim.
I have to get that still. So
Julianne joined us for the first one, and then she's going to be on the one in October. So we do like read-alongs like that. But then we also do this scavenger hunt, and it's kind of the same concept as yours. Well, not by author though. So because we didn't want to do 12 different books and start 12 series in a year, because that's a lot for people who already have 512 books and 80 series they're reading, of those 512. So we did something called scavenger hunt, and we took all these cozy mystery themes, and I mean themes like red on the cover, a lighthouse on the cover, whatever, and then we pick a theme randomly. Our generator picks 2 themes a month. So last month it was like a book with a fair, festival, or event. Well, almost all cozies do that, and a book with a cat on the cover or whatever. And then anybody can read from their own TBR that fits that description. And then we all come together and talk about it and tell each other about the different books. And it's a way to get out new series and new books to everyone.
We did that August, July, maybe June's book club. I can't remember which month it was, but we did do that. We're like, all right, because I have a problem being told what book to read.
Yeah.
I just can't, even when I'm the one that picks the book, I still have a problem. reading it because I'm right. So in June, we told the members of the Cozy Mystery Party, you pick your book and you tell us about it. And that it was a blast. It was fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It really, you just learn so many new books that way,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we've had a really good time with it. And like I said, you don't have to start like 12 different books in a year. It's from your own TBR. So it's worked out well. What is your book club pick in November for everybody?
So it's Vicki Delaney, Eva
Oh,
Gates,
you said that.
right? And you can read let me back up. So in the Cozy Mystery Party group, I create events, and the events are just to mark your calendar to help you remember, hey, this is happening tonight. This is, there's also a list in the featured section of the dates and times for all the takeovers as well. Book club is November 5th at 6:00, and you can read the first book in any of her series. I have not read her Tea series, so I will be reading the first in that series.
So I'm putting the note in here. Book club, November 6th.
5th, 5.
5th. Mm-hmm. Did you say a time? I'm sorry.
6 p.m.
That's where I got the 6 from.
Yep, and it's via Zoom.
Is that Eastern?
Yes.
Okay. EST Zoom for the Cozy Mystery Party group. Oh my goodness, I can't. Party. There we go. So if anybody comes in later, that's awesome. And I highly recommend her Year-Round Christmas series. I love it. If anybody hasn't started Vicki that series and you're going to take part in November, I'm just saying. There you go.
I think I've read the first 2 and I have like 3, 4, 5. They're all on the shelf. And then there's Sherlock. Is this a Sherlock bookstore? I can't remember. Yep. That was a good one.
Yeah, her Lighthouse Library is really good.
Eva Gates. I read the first one on that. I have 2 and 3, I think, back here. And then the Tea series. I haven't read that one yet. I have 3 of them on my shelf, so I'll be reading that one for book club.
That's the one. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Awesome. I joined the Facebook group. Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Pat. We have a lot going on in the group, Pat. So my recommendation, if you're new, there is a live video up in the featured of me giving little helpful hints to the new members. We post anything important in the featured section, so it's not missed. We have book club in October. We have a Halloween hangout on October 29th. It's just going to be members of the group. Come dressed up if you want, hang out. We're going to play some games. There's going to be some prizes to be won with the games and best costume. November, we do a Black Friday event. So that opens at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving and closes at 5 o'clock on Black Friday. You can win some stuff there. And then we have, this is the biggie. Well, there's 2 big events that happen in the group. In December, December 15th, 16th, and 17th, we have a 2.5-day holiday event. Wow. So it's 66 authors, and each author has a half-hour slot, and you can win different books or prizes from each of the authors. It was a blast last year. It was the first time we did it last year, and I'm thankful Sean joined to help me last year in the group, because I don't know if I could have pulled the holiday event off without her helping. I have these great ideas, and then I'm like, holy cow, how am I going to do this? But
right.
Kind of like, here's the other big event that happens, book bingo. So in 2022, I thought, it's a great idea. Who would want to play book bingo? And in Pennsylvania, you can't, if you pay to play, everybody has to win something unless it's a charity. So I'm like, I can't do that. I can't charge everybody. So we have book bingo twice a year now, February and July. It is absolutely free. We can fit like 100 people on a Zoom. I think July took 4 hours to do the bingo, because it's 10 rounds of bingo.
Wow.
With like a 10-minute break in between round 5 and 6. The authors pop in and hang with us. Some play bingo with us. It's a lot of fun, and the authors donate the books as prizes. So you win, like round 1, you win 2 books. Round 10, you have to fill the whole card, and you win 5 to 6 books. And
Wow.
I mail out the bingo cards physically. You can ask for me to first class mail them, or I email them to you. And then Sean is on there. I'm calling the numbers. Sean's keeping track of what's called. Then we verify the bingos, and it's a lot of fun. So that was a big hit.
So
The first
cool.
time I did that. Yeah.
Those both sound absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is so cool.
Yeah, we're a little crazy in that group, I think.
Sounds, I mean, I use reading apps Bookly and Bookmori. I know Bookly, but I don't know the second one. I'll have to
I
check it
have
out.
heard of
Thanks,
Bookly. I
Regina.
haven't heard of Bookmori.
That's the one I've not heard of either.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. Thank you. Sue says, Heather, because you read so many authors and series, do you have trouble remembering who wrote what or who the characters are? If I don't write them down, I can't remember.
Actually, no. I don't have trouble. My mom will call me and she's like, so I'm reading this book and this is what's going on. I'm like, so this is the title. That's the author, Mom. And yeah, it's a great book. Like she doesn't understand how I can remember everything in my head. But no, I don't have trouble that often. I mean, maybe once in a while, but no, they're all up here.
I do too, for whatever reason. For the most part, I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's like songs to me, like I can't necessarily tell you a lot of history facts, but I can give you the words to every single song written in the 80s. I feel like that's like books.
So that's my husband. He has the music covered. He's like big music and has the vinyl albums and can do all the songs. Cool. Me, ask me about a book. I'll tell you if it's a great series, if I recommend it, if it's, my daughter's like, what about me? And I'm like, well, what about you? Tor said she's good at music, but she's more horse stuff. She can tell you anything about horses. So we
I always like to see your Facebook posts on all her. She does, because she competes, right? I saw a video with her like her ribbons and stuff in her room. Or go on, baby.
That was the live I did for the new members.
Yeah.
With Taylor Swift in the background.
Yeah. Sean said the hardest thing is picking out a new book to read.
It is.
It really is. Do you binge series? Binge series? I'm not a binger.
No, I'm not a binger, Storm. I forget which one I just read because they're all upstairs. But when I finished it, I was like, oh, maybe I'll keep going in this series. I'm like, you know what? No, I can't. I bounce around.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it might only be a couple books in between, and then I'll be like, okay, I need to get back to this series. But I don't like read straight on through unless I need to. For like, I have a NetGalley arc and I need to read number 5 and I'm only on number 2. Then I'll, you know what I mean? But I'm the same way. Like I said, it might only be a few books in between, but I need a little bit of a break in between. I think it's hard when there's so many you want to read, and then your bestie tells you to read all the things out of order and out of season. I don't know who this bestie is, but they sound incredible. I'm just going to leave it. I mean, they sound, like they just want you to read all the great books. I'm just saying it. Yeah.
So seasonal, I'll read any season. I'll read Christmas in June or Halloween in July. I don't really need to read seasonal.
Yeah.
I just read. It just
I don't I'm with you. I can read seasonal out of the season, but when it comes to the season, I only want to read those. If that makes sense. Like I can read Halloween and Christmas in February, but come like September through December, I really want to focus on reading as much as I can of Halloween, fall, Christmas books.
Okay.
So, like my December, I want it to be all Christmas. I wish Christmas was all year round. I really enjoyed the Maddie Day Book Club. Excellent. Which series did you try? The Country Store or the Cape Cod? Yeah, I want to know which one you read. I'm in a rut. I have to cleanse my palate with a different genre now and then.
That happens.
Gotcha. Sean says, I love that. Then our TBRs just get bigger and bigger. I know.
We are accused of that in the Cozy Mystery Party. because we have some new authors coming in doing takeovers, and people are just like, their lists have grown from the group with the takeovers, learning about the series and the books.
Yep.
Gets me in trouble because then I go book shopping.
Right. Well, and people will say to me, I'm like, I regret nothing. My job is done. Hey, Hannah. She says,
Hey,
hi
Hannah.
from church. Welcome. This is just me posting if anybody wants to know when the book club is. Next book club is November 5th. I love Vicky Delaney / Eva Gates. I love The Lighthouse Library and the Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, absolutely.
It was good.
I'm reading the first book in her Catskills. Yes, I can't believe I forgot about that.
That was one I put up.
Have you read that?
No, I haven't read that one.
Oh, it's so good. It's like Dirty Dancing vibes because it's like in a resort kind of like that. It is so good. I was so sad that it only went 2 books. I was really
sad when they don't continue.
It is. It is.
That's what the one I'm reading now, the T.C. Lotempio one. It's the I looked it up to make sure I had the right series. The Cat Rescue Mystery Series. I finished the Per M for Murder, and now I'm on Death by a Whisker, and I love it, but there's only 2 books in it.
Yeah.
So there, I did binge the series.
There you go. Yeah.
Welcome, Sonia.
It's so hard when a series ends that you really didn't want to end, especially when it ends like so early on, you know.
I know. One series I really liked was Parnell Hall.
Oh.
Crossword puzzle series, the Crossword Puzzle Lady books. Yeah. And unfortunately, I think he passed away during COVID, and I was sad that that series now has ended. But I read all of those, and I love them.
Yeah. I know, I wanted to ask you, and you had said earlier that you would make a good sidekick, or you'd think yourself, do you think you would make a good sleuth?
No, I can't even figure it out when I read the book.
I'm with you.
My mom's like, I didn't figure that out. I'm like, Mom, I never figure them out. I just read them to enjoy them. And I'm like, didn't call that one. But no, I think I'd be the quirky sidekick that walks like through the blood and leaves a shoe print, messes up the whole scene. And, I'm the goofball when we go out different places. So
I would be the sidekick under the table because you're not supposed to be investigating scary stuff. Like that would be me. I'd be like Shaggy, like leave it to the professionals, people. That's my, yeah. And I'm like you, I never figure it out. I always tell the authors, like because I do a lot of author interviews, and I'll say, my newest way of figuring out who did it, because this is all I've got, Heather, is I'll say to myself, I suspect everybody. I don't care who you are, including the main character, until you can prove to me that you didn't do it. It's on my suspect list, because then I'm right at the end. It's the only thing I got. I often also brag, hey, I knew who the victim was going to be.
There you go.
Because in cozies, it's the only person that's mean. Like, as soon as somebody's mean, I'm like, oh, you're going to get it. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, nope. You're going down. Book bingo is amazing. It sounds incredible, Country. It sounds incredible. What's the group name on Facebook?
The Cozy Mystery Party Group.
I'm going to put this in here.
I don't know if Sean, can you drop a link to the group in the chat? Maybe. I don't know if we're able to do that or not.
I don't know if it'll let you or not. If not, what I can do is I can definitely add it to the description afterwards. Okay. But Facebook won't let me get on my computer. I can only get on my phone. It's very complicated. I had trouble with Facebook. That's why my name on Facebook is TJ, because Facebook banned me for like 15 years, and I never even was on. I'm like, I'm the least suspecting person in the world. Like, I'm like, I gotta tell you, I don't know what y'all think I did, but like, think about the world leaders that are on all these apps, and they're not getting. But you banned me for like every time I would try to make a new account, it would like let me for like a week, and then it would like immediately lock up that account and kick me off. So my middle name is Joe, so I just went TJ, and finally. But I only do it on my phone because I'm always worried about them figuring They banned me for 15 years. I'm like, y'all know what my husband says on Facebook? I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, am I on some watch list somewhere? Anyways,
Goofy.
but if you can drop it in the comments, please do, Sean. I don't have the ability from here, but it is the Facebook. I'm sorry, Cozy Mystery Party in Facebook.
Yep.
And the thumbnail of this event with the picture on it is the picture you're looking for. It's the book with the flowers. It's yellow.
Yep. And just make sure you answer the 3 questions,
Yes.
and you'll be good to go.
I love book. Nice. Pat says, thank you,
Yep.
Pat.
That's it, Pat. Thank you.
Who are some of your favorite authors? I know it's, again, like asking your favorite children.
So I think I named a few earlier, but more that popped in my head, Lee Hollis.
Yes.
Love the Haley Powell series, and Lucy Burdett.
Yes.
I have to look at my shelf. Paige Shelton. She has some good series too. There's not one that I really don't like.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's so hard when people like it. As soon as someone asks you what your favorites are, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I say? Because first of all, I don't want to leave anybody out because I love all of them. That I don't want to leave, people out. I saw a meme about asking about your favorite child. It was really funny. It said something like, well, now I know when people ask who your favorite child is, it has to be somebody that you gave birth to. Now I know. I'll know that for next time. I was like, that's hilarious. It's funny. Storm said, okay, I think we can officially be friends.
Yay, Storm.
Storm, I love the Eva Gates library. Yes, the Lighthouse Library is fantastic. I chose to read the Maddie Day Murder on Cape Cod for the book club. Excellent.
I did that. I read that one. Unfortunately, I couldn't make that book club. I was very upset about that, but we were dealing with something here, so I couldn't make it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I am caught up, except I need to read the one that just came out for the Murder on Cape Cod. If you haven't tried her Country Store series, I would also try that. It's very good.
It's a good series.
Yeah. Yes, I loved the Catskills series. Oh, it's really good.
Now I'm gonna have to look for that one.
It's only 2 books, so you could read.
I could binge it.
You could binge it. It's really, really fantastic. I just finished TC Lo Tempio's food blogger book. Oh my gosh, I tried to combine blogger and book. Food blogger book. I think the book was called Eat, Drink, and Drop Dead. It was so good. My friend at work told me about it. Nice.
That's on my list.
Excellent. I love food, like anything like that, food blogger stuff. So I definitely need to get.
Do you try to make the recipes or anything in the book?
I don't. I look at them and I think, oh my gosh, those are amazing. I'm going to make that, but I never do.
I've tried a few times and I can cook and I can bake, right? I can, not to brag, but yeah, I can do that. But for some reason, when I made the rest, it was not very good.
Yeah, I always have big ambitions that I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this and this and this. I never do. If I know a series ends, and not on purpose, I try not to read them. I have too big a TBR to be sad with a cliffhanger. Country, I feel you. Or I try to not read the last one because then I feel like the series isn't over.
Yep.
In my head. I'm like, well, it's not over because I haven't read the last one. So I'll read all, and then it just sits. It's denial, really.
It is.
Oh, it won't let you. Okay. I'll try to
thanks for trying, Sean.
Oh, somebody else was able to do it. Thank you, Hannah. I see it in there. Okay. A few down. I'll come back to it just so. Okay. Hannah said Haley Powell series is great. I love the Haley Powell series. And I interviewed the brother because Lee Hollis is a brother and sister. And he is so funny. And he told me I got so wrapped up in the fact that when he was first starting out when he was in his 20s, he wrote for the Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my all-time favorite show.
Love that
So I was so struck on that I was like, and then he told me that his office for where he wrote at was in between Angela Lansbury and Sean Cassidy. And I don't think we talked about the book the rest of the time. No, we did. But I was like, we got done and I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't feel like I never asked him about the books. I did ask him about the books. I just was so flabbergasted about that because I am a huge Golden Girls fan. I was just so fangirling. But he was so funny. He was so charming and engaging. It was really great. I really loved
I've
him.
only emailed with his sister.
Yeah,
she's sweet. They just did a takeover this year in our group, and that was the first time we've had them in it.
So one of the things that I do in December events just on my channel, I do like a cozy mystery holiday live. And so I'll have 5, 6 some authors on StreamYard like we are right here. And I ask them to talk about like what Christmas looks like for their characters, what holiday, like if they don't celebrate Christmas, what do they celebrate? What does that look like? What are their traditions? I'll have them like share a recipe from their main character. It's been a lot of fun. I've done it the last 2 years and I've had some great ones on. And this she came on for that. I cannot think of her first name.
Holly?
Yes. Yes.
See, it's all up here.
Yes. And she was really great. It was really fun. But that series, I really love that series. It's one to check out. It might be a moderator, owner, accounting. Let me try. And then she did, because she's a moderator for my channel, so she can kick off bots or stuff like that.
Thank you so much.
It did show up. Thank you so much, Hannah. Sean says, thank you, Hannah. Yes, apps. YouTube is finicky. YouTube is finicky.
I think it is.
This was so much fun. I'm so glad that you got to come on, and everybody go join the Facebook Cozy Mystery Party group, because the author takeovers in themselves are amazing. And then she's got all these exciting events going on. It's really a great group.
Thank you.
You've done a lot with it.
And everybody can post in it. It's not just for authors. It's for us sharing, hey, anybody read this book? What do you think? I'm reading this now. This is on, we have a lot of interaction with the members, and, anything, you can post anything you want. Authors post all the time in there, even when it's not a takeover time. So yeah, we just have fun.
Yeah, it is. It really is an awesome group. And you can always click on the events and see all the author takeovers that are coming up. And you'll be amazed at how many there are and how often. It's incredible the amount of time that you have to put in probably to make all that happen.
It's a lot of work, but we have fun. We have fun doing it. And the only thing, December, there's maybe 4 takeovers. That's it, because we have that huge holiday event. Yeah. And we have a 12 days of Christmas giveaway that Sean and I do. And we kind of want to slow it down just in December, because I have to tell you, 2024, January, February, March are booked up already for takeovers. So we're rolling along.
That is amazing. This was so fun. I really enjoyed having you on, and
this was fun.
Incredible.
Thank you. We appreciate all your support too, TJ. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. And I love to be able to kind of work with other people that are also cozy mystery lovers, because it's just all one big community. And I'm so happy that everybody is so welcoming and engaging.
It is. You won't find, that's what I like about the group, right? There's no judgment. Nobody's mean. Nobody's nasty. Everyone's supportive and uplifting and excited about books. And that's what I think makes a happy family. And it's kind of like you get a big hug from everyone. So I like that. Thank you so much for doing this today.
Yeah, this was fantastic. And let me know what you end up reading for your November. And I'm going to join for the November book club.
Okay.
And everybody here, we have the Killing Time with Cozies Discord. We do a lot of events. If you want to join that, If you subscribe, you'll always get all the details. But this was absolutely amazing. Have a great holiday, and I'm so glad we did this.
I mean, too. This was a lot of fun. I was very nervous, but this was a lot
You
of fun.
did great, see? Everybody, she was nervous, and you were. It was fantastic.
Thank you so much. Anytime. I'll come back anytime you want. Just hang and talk.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. Well, we will see you at 5 for reading sprints for the Killing Time with Cozies on here. If you would like to, reading sprints, we chat about cozies, and then we do like a half an hour where everybody reads, and then we come back. It's just a way to get some reading in, but then we also chit chat about what we're reading, about cozy mysteries in general. We do them every Sunday at 5. We also do events mixed in. So we do the scavenger hunt twice a month, but this is a regular straight just reading sprints. So that's today at 5.
Oh, fun.
All right, everyone. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.